So as we kick off this chapter, does this not look like the movie Gravity? So I don't know if you're like me and saw the movie Gravity, sat through the whole thing. It looks pretty lonely out there as an astronaut. But in reality, what this chapter does is kind of look at the history of how we know kind of our local neighborhood. How do we know how our solar system is arranged? And we didn't get there overnight. So that's one of the things I love about science is that you know that you are building on what others have done before you. So what this slide does is to kind of set the stage to remind you again that we are kind of indebted to others, specifically the folks in the Middle East. So we're going to see a few slides of what historically people have done with regard to getting information or appreciating what goes across our sky, in the daytime sky and the nighttime sky. But just kind of remember that we are on the shoulders of giants, other folks that have come before us. So in a practical sense, actually, back in early times, and still works today, you can look at the crescent moon and how the crescent moon kind of cradles its angle with the horizon. That actually is an indication the folks in Nigeria would use this to understand when the rain was going to occur. So that's pretty cool. Down here, where would we be if we didn't mention Stonehenge? Of course, Stonehenge, we talked about the solstices and equinoxes in the previous chapter. And Stonehenge is great for actually marking those special times of the year as the Earth orbits the sun. But notice the dates that Stonehenge was made, okay? About 2750 to about 1550 BC. So that's a long time ago to be appreciating the patterns, the seasonal patterns. And then I've got one up here. Does it look kind of like a sundial? Yeah. So actually, this is pretty cool. This is on my list of things to maybe do on our campus at Keokuk. I think it'd be cool to make a sundial there in the middle where there's a flagpole. So in a practical sense, it makes sense to understand the patterns in your sky. In this case, the patterns of the sun makes the routine the sun makes as it goes across the daytime sky. Here we've got another one. This actually is called the sun dagger, and you can see the sun here. And this is this slit of light will actually pierce this circle, okay, specifically at noon on the summer solstice. Is that not cool or what? Then we've got over here an entire city was arranged around, in this case, the solstices. In the summer and the winter solstice, okay, they're aligned. The sunrise aligns with this city. Is that not cool or what? One of the things I think is like before there were smartphones, before there were computers, before there was television, folks really probably did connect more with nature than we do today. This is this gizmo. Actually, the little balls here represent stars. Okay, and you can actually navigate by this if you know what you're doing. Pretty cool, pretty cool.